kind of something that gets left out of the conversation even more possibly, though, is the fairness implications of just a pure shift to electric vehicles. So at the moment, we have a transport system which is good for some people and not so good for others. And if we simply just switch the kinds of vehicles, then we're not doing anything to address the real problems in inequality that are baked into our transport system at the moment. So at the moment, if you're on a low income, you're much less likely to own a car, but much more likely to feel the negative impacts of car ownership. So from road traffic accidents to air pollution, you're more likely to be a victim of those things, but less likely to be the sort of source of the problem. There's a real imbalance in terms of carbon emissions across society. Some people are very high emitters, some people are very low emitters compared to others. There's a lot that could be done in terms of making our transport system better for everybody, and electric vehicles can only be really kind of small part of the answer to that.
How do you think the grid will cope with the kind of increased energy demand of electric cars? That's
really interesting, and my answer to that would be there need to be more conversations between the different departments. So at the moment, I don't think that transport policy is sufficiently taking this into account, and it's not just transport. I think it's probably across the piece. So there will be increasing demands on the grid from decarbonisation across lots of sectors, and there needs to be a much more joined up approach. It's not just charging infrastructure, actually, it's also sale of electric vehicles, and there's similar problems, and they're not totally unrelated to one another, but yeah, when it comes to charging points, so the Competition and Markets Authority, the CMA, they've referred to access to electric vehicle charging points as being a postcode lottery. And there's big regional variations. So the thing that the stat that I was trying to remember is that the number of total public charging points per head in Yorkshire and the Humber is a quarter of those in London. Wow. So it's quite a significant difference. And I think in terms of the amount of charging points that are being forecast as being needed, we're just not on track at the moment to deliver that.